So within 2 weeks, you will be winding up 51 chapters of Indian polity, and this 51 is the most important chapters. There is an option called advanced search in Google. I don't know how many of you are aware of it. Advanced search is there where you can give a time period. Check out the news articles from last 1 year. So with this, what basically happens is you've just covered the most important sections in economics from prelims perspective again. Capital receipts create a liability. How is that possible? The reason is that, like I have always said, these two subjects, if you do it properly, you stand to like score halfway through. Almost halfway through, you are in. Hello everyone. Welcome to OnlyIAS YouTube English channel. Hope you're all doing great today. My name is Nikhil Ram and I am back with another set of weekly goals. So I hope last time, whatever goals I gave, you were able to cover it. Some of you might have found it a little difficult, but yes, when the going gets tough, only the tough gets going. So let us get right into it. What are the weekly goals for this week? And let us see whether it is as heavy as last week or not. So let's get right into it. So let's look at the plan for week 2. From polity, you have part 3, central government, around 12 chapters. Part 4, state government, 9 chapters. Only a target of 21 chapters. Last week I had given you 30 chapters. This week, why only 21? Because you have a very heavyweight chapter called Parliament. Now, needless to tell you, when you finish Parliament, parallelly do State Legislative Assembly. When you're doing Prime Minister, parallelly do Chief Minister. This way, when you do it, you will find that you are finishing off this a little fast. So, within 2 weeks, you will be winding up 51 chapters of Indian polity, and this 51 is the most important chapters. Got the picture here? Afterwards, whatever is there, they are all like easy chapters, or chapters which can be covered very quickly, or chapters which are actually not having that level of weightage from a prelims perspective. Coming to economics again. So last week I had told you to do monetary policy, inflation, measurement, who are the agencies or the organizations that are releasing this data. This week what you're going to do is something which is purely theoretical. What I meant by theory is all the institutions associated with banking, right from central bank, microfinance institutions, small finance banks, commercial banks, scheduled banks, all of that, rural banks, NABARD, BRICS, ADB, AIIB, Asian Development Bank, World Bank, IMF, you're going to cover all of that. One more thing what you will do here is, as you write each bank, like what is its purpose, bank, purpose, associated rules, etc., like on what basis they have been established, the purpose, on what rules, etc., they are established. One more thing what you will do is, you will Google that bank. Don't just Google it and simply copy paste the material that is there in Wikipedia. You will Google the name of the bank and then you will, under all news, images, you will click on news. Especially in this last 6 months or in the last 1 year, there is an option called advanced search in Google. I don't know how many of you are aware of it. Advanced search is there where you can give a time period. Check out the news articles from last 1 year. In that, anywhere if that bank's name is mentioned, anything is there, just quickly go through that article. Anything important is there, take it down. The chairman changed or new MD has come, that is not needed. What we really need is anything new, some new policy, some new initiative, even if it is to do with climate related also. Take it down. Because we never know. We have separate chapters, separate subjects. UPSC doesn't make any such differentiation. So you will stick to all the banking institutions here, the purpose, the report released, under what rule or under what act it has been established. Got it? The next part is what? External policy. Under which you will be doing NEER, REER, BOP, exports, imports. Needless to say, under exports and imports, what you're going to do is, which are our major export destinations? From topmost, not to the bottommost, but at least the top 5. Rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, which are the countries from we are making maximum imports? Again, rank it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The country from which we are importing the most, and the fifth country in that same order. Similarly, what are the major commodities that we are exporting? Again, rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are the major commodities that we are importing? Rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got the point here? So, even though I have not mentioned it here, please understand you'll also have to do current account deficit, all of that. Current account surplus, all of that you're going to do here. Capital account deficit, capital account surplus, the entire thing. That is why I have just summarized here under BOP, balance of payment. You will do the whole gamut here. So with this, what basically happens is you've just covered the most important sections in economics from prelims perspective again. Got the logic here? So polity, it is with the exception of parliament chapter, the rest of the chapters are not that big, that much of a heavyweight. So I've balanced it out with economics concepts here. And I know this is one very difficult section simply because you have to almost like by heart it. There is nothing like we can correlate, interconnect, and you understood the concept and then you can apply it. If you ask me what is microfinance institution, you will have to know the definition of it. You will have to know what is the purpose by which it was created, how, whether it is managed by RBI or not. The entire thing you will have to know. And that is very theoretical. And the only way again for that is what? To remember it, repeatedly read it or record it and keep playing it. Clear? Apart from that, the usual as again, from May to November 2025, you will be doing only polity and economics. You will be looking only for the facts, mains oriented detailing or points. You can check it out. Coming to the PYQs again, some students were asking, sir, how to analyze it, etc., etc. And I told you only to do polity and economics topics there. Analyzing each wrong option, analyzing each statement. Well, the best way to understand this is again to look at a PYQ. Now, this PYQ is from the year 2025. And this is an economics PYQ. Capital receipts create a liability or cause a reduction in the assets of the government. Borrowing and disinvestments are capital receipts. Interest received on loans create a liability of the government. Which of the statements given above are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. Capital receipts create a liability or cause a reduction in the assets of the government. First thing, what do you mean by a liability? Liability means something which you are due for. You are supposed to give it to somebody back. It is like an interest on you. You have to give it back later. Capital receipts create a liability. How is that possible? The reason is that any loan received by the government, it creates a liability, correct? Loans received by the government, mind you, received by the government comes under capital receipt. So it's a liability. Or what is the next one? Cause a reduction in the assets of the government. What will cause a reduction in the assets of the government? Disinvestment. That is, for example, when Air India got sold off, it is no more an asset of the government. It belongs to Tata now. Borrowing and disinvestments are capital receipts. Absolutely true. Both the statements are true. Interest received on loans create a liability of the government. Interest received on loans. When will I get interest? When I have given money to somebody, when I have lent money to somebody. As a loan I have given it. They are paying me interest. How is it a liability? It is an income actually, which actually comes under what? Revenue receipt, because every month I am going to get it. Correct? So this statement is wrong. The correct answer is 1 and 2 only. Option A. Clear? Let us check out a polity question again from the same year, 2025. Separation of judiciary from the executive in the public services of the state. Yes, directive principles of state policy. Valuing and preserving of the rich cultural heritage of our composite culture comes under fundamental duties. Prohibition of employment of children below the age of 14 years in factories, the fundamental rights. So it looks all the three are looking very correctly matched. What is the question? How many of the above pairs are correctly matched? Now, what do you mean by correctly? Why am I specifying it over here? Because many a times people make that mistake. It is always important to look at the demand of the question, whether it is correctly matched or not correctly matched. Here they are asking how many are correctly matched. The answer is all the three. Absolutely easy questions you can get. So this again, if you look at this question, this is a sitter type question. That is, it is from the easy category. And this one is, we can say, medium level. Some will even say it is easy because this is a straight away question from economics. Like I have always said, these two subjects, if you do it properly, you stand to like score halfway through, almost halfway through you are in. And a minimum level of preparation from the other subjects as well as with current affairs, you stand to clear it. The problem sometimes what happens is people will use too much of their Einstein's brains. Case in point being, this question again was unfortunately messed up by many students. The reason being that some of them, especially the veterans, people who have given more than one attempt, they think that no, UPSC will not ask something so straightforward. There is something in it. There will be something deeper in it. They try to overthink these questions. I mean, even I don't know how you can overthink with such a straightforward question here. But I'm telling you, in an exam hall, under 2 hours, anything and everything is possible. The human mind will work in a very bizarre fashion. So this is just to tell you that just because the question is easy, don't think that UPSC will never ask such a question. There is always an easy category, medium category, or a middle category, and then there is a tough, very difficult question. These are the 3 levels of toughness with which a question is asked. And your job is exactly to score in the easy as well as in the middle category. Got it, people? These 2 questions, you shouldn't be screwing it up. So that's about it. So once again, reminding you of your plan. Polity, part 3 and part 4. Economics, banking, all institutions, their purpose, the rules, Google, any recent information about them. Under external policy, NEER, REER, BOP, exports and imports with India specific data. Export destinations, what do we export? Import destinations, what do we import? I mean, source of imports, countries from where we import it from, and what are the merchandise that we import. All right, people. So for waiting for your comments actually to know how far have you progressed, where do you stand, what difficulties are you facing. I'll be addressing them in the subsequent videos. God bless you all. Happy preparation. Take care.